Happy Friday, IPC. Good to see you again. Today's gospel gem from the upper room comes from John 14, verses 15, as well as verse 21. Verse 15 says, "If you love me, keep my commands." Verse 21, "Whoever has my commands and keeps them is the one who loves me. The one who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I too will love them and show myself to them." Now, sometimes we feel like commands and their obedience is sort of the opposite of love. In our individualistic culture, in our democratic institutions, we sort of think that commands are things that are primitive, things that you do for people who don't know any better. You order people around when you don't trust them, and when you have absolute authority over them. And so the idea of love and law, or love and commandment, going together just doesn't do much for us, does it? But for Jesus, this is the telltale sign that you have actually received him. Jesus says, "If you love me, you will keep my commands, and you will experience the love of the Heavenly Father. In fact, you'll be so united with me, identified with me, that it's as if the world is treating you the same way that it treats me." Why does the world treat you the way that it does? Because you're not marching to its drumbeat. See, we get this idea that radical liberty, the ability to just choose whatever the heck we want, is freedom. But that's not really true, because the world has its marching orders for us, its commandments as well. And whenever the world sees us not marching to its drumbeat, obeying its commands, its encouragements, then it doesn't quite get us, and sometimes it becomes hostile to us. And Jesus has been saying this over and over again. Because the mark of somebody who loves Jesus, the mark of somebody who has been captured by the love of the Heavenly Father, is that we answer to a different order. And this order is, in fact, the order of radical love. It's a commitment and it is a duty, but it's also truly liberating. "If you love me, keep my commands." There is no freer place to be, Jesus says, than having your heart captured by his love and the love of the Father. So much so that the heart of the Father becomes something that is naturally and vigorously expressed in our lives. Not in the manner of going down a list and making sure that we check everything off so that we can consider ourselves righteous. But rather, this kind of righteousness comes out of delight, out of gratitude for a God who has redeemed us, even though we were lawless and rebels. There's so much freedom in Jesus Christ. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. So let's bind ourselves, shall we, church, to the true liberty that's found in following Jesus. Take his yoke on you. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. And his commandments are not burdensome, but rather they're life-giving. The way of Jesus is the way of truth, and it's the way to fullness of life, in the Father's love, and living according to his commandments, which are good and true all the way through, and shall endure forever. Church, in these weird days, I want to challenge you to find new and fresh ways of saying yes to all that Jesus has commanded. Because insofar as you do that, you'll find new and fresh experiences of the Father's love and grace. And that's what we all want in the first place, isn't it? Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.